So we're the friends of Modab, and we're en route to the indycamp up at Holyrood and supporting the indycamp, supporting independence for Scotland. And the way we're going to get this independence is to bring out the Stone of Destiny. And bringing out the Stone of Destiny, one of the byproducts of this is going to be the end of the Third World War and the emancipation, for example, the Palestinian people, and the emancipation of everybody else as well. This is a shofar horn. This was blown by our ancestors in ancient Israel round about the Battle of Jericho, and these guys blew this, and for some reason this spiritual warfare brought down the walls of Jericho. And again, I'm going to blow this today in solidarity with the people supporting the Palestinians because of the shenanigans that Barclays Bank has been doing with investing in Raytheon, that company that's bombing the Palestinians with their guided missile systems and drone systems. So let me give this a wee blow, and just to let them know that Modab is here, Christ the Second's here, and he knows that this is going on. It's time for the people to wake up, bring out the Stone of Destiny. Take it up. And you really need to have a puff for to be able to blow the shofar. This was the weapon that was used in the Battle of Jericho. And they marched around it for 7 days blowing the shofar, and it brought the walls of Jericho down. This shofar's been blown in Sheffield to bring down the walls of silence and corruption down round about there, but it's also been blown up in Edinburgh here today in various different locations, and this is the most important one in Edinburgh today, and it's the indycamp, where we're calling for independence for Scotland, and we're supporting the indycamp people. And on the back of that, we're also campaigning for the Stone of Destiny to be brought out. The Stone of Destiny is the one issue going down through Scottish history that's going to unite the Scottish people and bring people together to take us forward in the campaign for independence, because we've been playing this parliamentary game and it's just not working. It's not working. It's time to move up a wee bit. We need the Stone of Destiny for to crown John Anthony Hill King of Kings. We need to arrest Mary Alexander Elizabeth Battenberg, alias QE2, falsely and fraudulently residing at Buckingham Palace, sometimes up at our wee gaff at Holyrood and up at Balmoral. These folk are doing alright, and there are a lot of poverty for where we're coming from. All these sanctions getting hammered onto us all. When we bring out the Stone of Destiny and Jah gets to sit on it, we're going to implement immediately the Jubilee spoke about in Deuteronomy. This will eradicate poverty nationally and internationally. We're going to put all Elizabeth's cronies on trial under the very law that she swore to uphold. It's time to bring out the Stone of Destiny, and this event is going to happen in our lifetime, where we're going to see Christ II crowned King of Kings, and at the same time we're also going to see Scotland getting its independence. It's the only way that this is going to happen if we bring out the Stone of Destiny, and it'll end World War III. Thanks very much. Support the indycamp. Get up to the indycamp and give these people your support. Thank you. Friends of Modab.
Starting again.
Right. So these people are up here and they really are buying into all this crap round about Christmas and making these evil people dead rich when all the time it's just all rubbish that they're going on about. But anyway, keep going.
So one of the strangest things that we always find out each time we come along here is, like, today there's probably only about 7 of us here. And the peace camp here have been here now for a couple of weeks. From what we've heard, I mean, there's now moves to try and move them on from here. What we've tried to say is that the destiny of the Scottish people, I mean, is to recover this stone. I mean, it's been sitting here since 1950. So, as we were talking about, these events really did happen before most of us were even born here. We're trying to tie in, so what significance does that really have for us here just now? If we had the choice to be anywhere on this planet just now, this little piece of island, I mean, sitting up here in the Northern Hemisphere that we call Scotland, really would be, I think, the best place to be. While this stone is sitting here still unrecovered, and it's up to everybody here who's associated with Scotland, anybody who's looking in and wondering what part Scotland really does have to play, probably more so on the world stage. And the part that we had played was already set before we were born. This happened on Christmas Day for Ian Hamilton, Gavin Vernon, Alan Stewart and Kay Matheson had removed that coronation stone from underneath that chair, which is, to give it its correct name, is the Jacob's Pillar stone. This is the one that we get from the Book of Genesis, where Jacob had rested his head upon the pillar stone. So, after having spent many times trying to speak to the politicians who are just across there in Holyrood,
they're just no listening, are they?
We've been to conferences over the last 2 years, both up at Perth, Aberdeen, and the one in Glasgow as well. So they obviously know that we are trying to reveal some of the research, the significance of this stone being taken out and still hidden here somewhere in Scotland, and it always seems to fall on deaf ears. The best reception we've had here so far in Edinburgh is obviously here at the peace camp.
Right.
What we're trying to say...
So summing up, what's the message that you would put out to friends of Modab? Link it to the end of peace camp, because we're running out of time for our slot.
What we're trying to say was, like, this stone, although it's hidden here on this little island that we call Scotland, is really for every single human being on this planet.
Correct.
This is what we're trying to do, is we're trying to draw attention to Scotland. I mean, because we have the history of the stone being taken away on Christmas Day 1950.
So what's going to happen? See, when we get this stone, what's going to happen when Modab sits in this stone? What's going to happen with all this poverty and all this war then?
So I think because most of the videos previous to this one is all about give us back the stone. So I think what we really have to now focus on is what happens when this stone is given back. So, although the stone is here in Scotland just now, it is destined, that's why it's called the Stone Destiny, to go over to Ireland. Ireland, who has the Gaelic name.
Welcome to my house.
Bring out the stain. Check in there to see if that stain's in there, Stevie.
Goes over to Ireland, who has the Gaelic name, which is called Innisfail, which is called Island of Destiny. So it goes over to a place just outside Dublin, Newton Grange, called on the Hill of Tara. When that stone is then placed upon the Hill of Tara, then this is when me, Richard, everyone here, everybody both in these islands in the UK and everyone around the world gets to find out was that if and when the true sovereign right of the British people touches that stone, then the legend tells us that the stone begins to sing. This is why it's called the Screaming Stone. Once that stone starts to scream, it will then be heard as a high-pitched tone, which is heard according to legend from coast to coast. Whether that's not just here in the British Islands or whether that's actually all around the planet, this is what we're waiting to see. So this stone is going to come out. Once it goes to Ireland, this is what we've all been waiting on. This really is a message for everybody on this planet. Try and focus off what's happening in the Middle East, try and focus on what's happening here in Scotland at this very time. And the research is obviously on both our Facebook pages, Stone of Destiny, and also if you want the biblical reference to it all you have to do is go to the jahtruth.net website.
jahtruth.net.
So this is where the research is. This is going to happen to somebody who's going to find this stone. Once this stone is going to affect every single one of us, so if it's going to affect us, then we're better off knowing about it all. It starts here in Scotland. So let's start focusing a wee bit more and a wee bit more attention here on Scotland, just as the rain's coming on.